Hello everybody. So today what I wanted to show you about was we can use Minecraft education to help teach some of the fundamental ideas around coding and actually have a little bit of fun along the way. So part of what I want to do was actually go in and we're going to set up this thing called class build plates, which if you type in Google class build plates Minecraft education, it's going to take us to this page here, which I'm going to click on here. And in this, it sets up classrooms for us. As you can see there, that's just the grasslands set up here. So we've got 40 little blocks of land that the students can go on and actually design and build their creations on that. And so we're going to do some fundamental coding, things like just walking backwards and coming forwards and back, learning how to use loops and repeats and things like that. Then we can apply that into using the micromelons, and this is a fun way of doing it. So one of the ones I wanted you to download, if we go into the class build plate Savannah, and we're just going to download that by clicking on it. And you actually need to have Minecraft Education installed already to run this. So once I open that up, it will take me through into Minecraft. So I'm just going to click on that now and go into Minecraft here. And we'll just let that load up. And okay, when we come into our little world here, which is Minecraft, and I think a lot of the students will know how to play this, but basically on this wall, there are little how-to videos and help situations. Most of this stuff we don't really need to worry about, maybe screen capture. But if you go up and actually talk to the person, you can actually click on this, it'll take you to a website and give you instructions on how to do that. So a lot of it's already set up for students. Over in this area here is a teacher only area, and in that we can actually control some situations, but not really needed for what we need. If we come out here through this door, it takes us out into launch pads. So you should allocate all your students a number before we actually get to that. And so I'm going to jump into world number 1, which is just over here. And as you can see, that's where we came from over there with those little classrooms. And this is part of the world. So I'm just going to go up and show you. So there's 40 rooms. They're all identical. And the idea is we'll go into this. And I've selected this one because it actually has some sort of landscape. And eventually what I want to do with the students is actually have build a sustainable house. So the students, apart from just doing the coding, we can actually have a bit of fun with this and actually do some actual design. So we can get the students to make some things here. So in this area around here, basically we can run some code and get the students to actually put some farmland down, for example. So one of the first ones is just walking an area using code. And so basically I wanted to level this whole area and make it nice and flat. And from that, then we can actually then put props in. So I was going to show you how to put some wheat props in. And that's there's a number of different ways to do that using code. So to bring up the code builder, so you just press the letter C. And I've already started to do some code here, for example. So if I click on farm, I actually made some stuff there, and you'll notice it's very similar to actually just using the micromelon. Although my code, this is actually very basic but long, so I can just zoom out. But basically what it is actually using some repeats. So 9 times. So we're going to build a farm with this code up here, and it'll show you what actually this guy does. And this is very linear, and there are better ways to actually design the code, and I'll leave it up to the students. So we could probably give them this code actually to start off with as one of the activities. But another thing we can actually do, I'm just going to escape out of that, is if I press the letter C again and hit the home button and scroll down. So this first tutorial here is a step through, and we can actually just do it in blocks, and this would be a great one to start on, and it's actually in the guide, so we'll put that in there for the students so they can go through that. And there's all these are actually this is one of the agent and then this is a fence. So you can actually get your students to actually go through all this. There's so many little tutorials to do here. Anyway, so what I'll do, I'm going to save from here. So I'm just going to press escape, and in here we can save and exit. So if I save and exit this, it'll upload it to your computer once you have Minecraft installed. And in here I have my worlds. And once we're back into this area, what I can do, I can actually right click on this area, and I can click on host. So what that will do, it'll allow me to host the server, so all the students will be able to come to that one area in your class. So to do that now, to share that link, you just press the escape button, and up here you have your settings. In here you have your code. So if you ask students to join, you can actually share that link, but the students will know how to log in, and then down here you'll see a whole bunch of names and stuff up here, and this is how we start doing it. Okay, so to start this off, I would actually be back up in the lobby, and then just watch the students going into their world, and then from that we'll give them some instructions on what we're going to do. So maybe the chicken one could be a good one to start on. So we can easily share that. Now, if I go back into the letter C, and I think I have the chicken code running. So I've actually got a few things in here, like a repeat, like 2 repeats, and this red one is an agent. So that is actually this guy here, and he will actually help us build things while we can just sit back and watch him do it. Okay, and here's our helper. So if we press the letter C and then chicken, so I've got this repeat 5 times. We're going to spawn a chicken egg 10 blocks above our position, and then we're going to spawn another 5 chickens 10 blocks in front of us and 10 blocks above us. So to run that code, all we need to do is, if I stand here and I press the letter T and I type in chicken and then hit enter, you should start to see a whole bunch of chickens starting to fall out of the sky. So now we have some chickens that we've actually landed in our little area. So that's kind of fun, little activity for the students to do using basic coding. This is the start of it. The other thing as well, if you press the letter E, so this gives us all the things we can use. So like we have planks of wood, we have all the resources that we need. You can actually type in here, if you want to type in seed, we can get wheat seed, and you can bring the wheat seed into here, for example, and that's our inventory down the bottom. And as you can sort of see now, because I've got wheat seed, all the chickens come running straight towards me because they want to eat the wheat. So I can actually feed them some. So that's pretty good. Is how do we get back? So if we can walk over the back corner over here, so I'll fly across, just pressing on the space bar, and you'll sort of see, I can't go much further because that's the next project, but down here there is a way to get back. So you can go down here and actually just click on that button just there, and now we're back at the start. Okay, so, and then we can go back out of that. And I'll just show you in the teacher area now a few things. So this is the teacher area. You shouldn't really let the students in here because they can mess with some of these buttons, but the only real one we have to worry about is this world builder, because that will allow, if you have that on, people can go anywhere over the classroom, and you just want to lock the students into their little block. Okay, so all these other ones we don't really need to worry about at all. Okay, so yeah, so that's all pretty good. So we'll go back out of that, and I'll jump back into the normal world again. So yeah, so next time we'll go through some coding. Okay.